almost shifting. We got pizza, moving boxes, or else Checkers beats us. Life is rough here in the depths of space. If shit set comes a-knocking, we shoot them in the face. Gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo. Hail Cargonia, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo. All right, I got another verse. I hear a boy coming right in my instance, and it just asks me why I blew them all away. But I feel so great now with Sovereign Cargonia. Every round we stand our ground. Gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo. Hail Cargonia, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo. Hail Cargonia, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo.
Get back to work.
Hello everybody. You know what, let's actually turn on all the lights so I don't accidentally fall asleep on stream. Just seeing if I can't swap around some weapons and shit. Yeah, what's the difference between the if the attack with this knife kills the target? Yeah, that's actually pretty good. So I'm just gonna keep that. Hey everybody, how you doing? Doctor Who's the Chef here for some
new
fun
challenge for me
and interesting shit to do because I just got off the night shift and I can't sleep. But we're gonna go fight
Let us
some
see what I found.
Chaos Marines.
The Emperor favors me today.
Fight some Chaos Marines with the big boy himself. Let me plus 10 to logic. Right, plus 10 to logic. Where is it? Where is it? Plus 10 to all skills, right? Yeah. Just free logic. I love it.
Victory awaits! Submit, and you'll die quickly.
Death to the false emperor.
Oh my. You know, I had heard that the Chaos Dreadnoughts basically became one with their machines. I didn't realize that meant like they actually fleshed it like that. Oh god. Oh my. We made a decision.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
So yeah, I just wanted to come by and just have some fun. I don't know if there's going to be any psychic powers, but we're just going to do that. I'm gonna buff you up a little bit.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Alrighty. We're gonna get through this.
Isn't this a job
Then
for the
we're going
serfs?
to get back on the ship. We're going to talk to basically everyone. And just have some fun with it.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Oi! Hey, Ballard. Cut off his
At
balls.
your beck and call. Reduced to dust! I will do my duty. We'll rule the stars themselves. My place is at the fore. I took care of this one.
I think that's him making that noise right there.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. Indeed.
Alrighty, Argenta, we're going to have a little fun
I'll do it.
and shoot lots of things with lots of
Doubt is
bullets.
for the weak. I'll do it.
What the fuck is going on with you? Alright, well,
As the Emperor commands,
eat,
I act.
Bolter.
This is why I was chosen. Faith without deeds is for you, my Emperor. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands.
I love how this thing is just like, I light you on fire, and I'm just like, no, you're on fire.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Yes, yes, you do.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Why are they shooting?
Death to non-believers.
Why are they shooting the what? Isn't that on their side?
Suits my purposes. Nothing I can't do.
Well, they're not on my side.
Suits my purposes. Not a problem for me. Already done.
This is chaos we're talking about.
In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Nothing I can't do. Who even taught you to fight like this?
Oops. Okay. Yeah, that's a shotgun, not a pistol. Okay.
See how the wolf succeeds. Wolves reign. None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father. My instincts tell me to refuse. Give this task to someone lesser. The wolf is is on the hunt. I don't like that.
Okay.
Wolves! Feel the icy bite of death! See how I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument! So it shall be.
Explorers know one route forward. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Okay. I mean, I've gotten a few things from it, but I haven't, like, properly engaged with the new DLC.
Request approved. My vow is to serve. I venerate you, machine spirits. Running binary override. Request approved. High momentum.
We taking this thing down. We not worrying.
Emperor, give me strength. Be careful not to cross my gaze. I'm not accustomed to being ordered
Alrighty,
around.
we making that thing real unhappy.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? Me?
Pain and
insist,
beauty
Lord
go
Captain.
hand in hand.
Oh, I'm sorry, Abby.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? Duty demands.
My Caramite hide is strong!
Did she just explode the Hellbrute
As the tactical
with her mind?
dictates.
Yes, she just exploded a Hellbrute with her mind.
Favorable.
That happened.
Running binary override. The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all.
Hey, Argenta, have another
Paint
turn.
your death in colors.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless.
And make these people disappear.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment. Each strike is a prayer. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak. do it. Strike is a prayer. As the Emperor commands, this is what I was chosen. Eradicated.
And we're just like, yeah, bullets downwind.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
As the Emperor commands, I strike is a prayer. God Emperor, move through me. Be the
Yeah,
fire in my
Argenta go
heart.
Bert.
If I may,
A born predator does not become prey!
It will be done.
Okie dokie. Let's see if we can't knock you down.
At your beck and call. It will be done. Victory is imminent. I will do my duty. Ah, an exemplary strike.
Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it. I am his will made manifest. As the Emperor commands, this is why I was This chosen. Is unacceptable. I'll do it. You, my Emperor!
Yeah, this is the Argenta go Bert
Doubt is for the weak.
game.
This is why I was chosen. As the Emperor commands,
These people are not having a fun time of it.
none can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Helmswoman of the Soul Sea, accept this amulet as a token of my respect for your craft. Every experienced ship pirate on Fenris wears one of these.
thank you, Ulfa. I am pleased to know that I am worthy of the Space Wolf's trust, and even more pleased to see it in the motley flashes surrounding your radiant soul.
None shall stand in my way.
Huh. Looks like they're having fun. The bodies exploded from within. Lovely. Bodies of the defenders. We're doing something. Power axe deals 9 damage. Okay, let's do some bleeding. Deals major psychic power in their line of sight. Lose deflection. Nice. Let's go get the goodies.
It's about time.
My warp sight reveals something. Help me, Lord Captain. Failed.
Yeah, we're almost done here, so... Let's go grab that.
This Explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Thank you, map, for telling me to go collect the shit. Alright, let's go talk with people now that we are in Act 3 and I don't have anything better to do. From the bottom to the top, we all having fun. Once I'm done talking with everybody, I'm actually going to try and make my way to Dargonius and properly start the DLC. Argenta, how you doing, babe?
Greetings.
Ah. Nothing.
Words cannot describe. I have
Nothing.
enjoyed your...
Ulfar.
Broke free the bold from captors grasping. Dark cities, feeble dungeons, eternally disgracing. Flows now this saga in the hall of glorious feasting, where all extol the wolf mighty. Reassured.
See you later, buddy. I don't remember these statues being here. I don't remember these being here. Hi, Marazai.
Rogue trader.
What about you and your cabal?
Ask your questions. I will decide which is worthy of an answer.
Oh, you're a Draken. What does that mean?
The Draken is the first among the blades of the Cabal of the Reaving Tempest.
But thank you for,
And the Drukhari who stands but one
thank you
rung
for your
below
follow,
the
Flat
Archon.
6. This is the
The Draken leads raids
WPL76.
and
We are
wages
a
wars against other
community
cabals, keeps
access
the
Twitch
arrogant
channel, meaning
true-born
that
and
there are a
half-born
bunch of
upstarts
us
at
that
bay,
actually
and has the pick of any opponent in any
that actually
battle.
stream on
Rumors
here.
used
I'm
to
just
have
one
others
of
in
many.
her
In
inner
fact,
circle,
earlier today,
but I ensured that they all
someone
disappeared one
hopped
by
on
one,
and
and
did
that
some
their successors
what was
were
that,
too
Chrono Trigger or
terrified
something?
to take their place.
We got people
That
who
was
cook,
when my sister
myself. We got
engaged an
people
incubi
who play all
order to
sorts of
serve as
games. We
her
got people who
bodyguards.
paint. And we got one crazy lady
Incubi
who talks
do not
about writing.
respond to fear or bribes.
I missed like almost all of that, but I really don't care about him. Very important. Leader of it. What sparked the conflict?
Must there be another reason beyond survival and ambition? Kamora does not tolerate weakness. Kamora respects only strength and cunning. Either you climb upward on the corpses of your enemies, or you become one of the steps underfoot.
How was it great and terrifying? Was the only Drakon and not its Archon?
Keep your arrogance in check. Irimaris was clever and deadly, and if I had underestimated her abilities and strength, I would have been food for the Urgles long ago. The very fact that she surpassed me speaks for itself. I refused to give her cause to cast me out as a traitor.
Look,
No,
he insulted
our
me, he
rivalry,
imprisoned me.
our little game
He's
that ran
not going
since
to
our birth
die that easily.
took
First, I need to
time.
humiliate him.
And another
But
thing,
apparently
when you're at the
humiliation is
top,
his kink, so I
you need
really need to
something
think this one
stave off
through.
Boredom. This game amused us and terrorized the rest of the Cabal. The Cabal of the Black Heart is the most ancient of all the Cabals, and the largest. It casts a shadow over all Camorra, and when the Black Heart strikes, you submit or you die. The Reaving Tempest was not prepared to perish, so when the Black Heart's shadow stretched as far as us, Irimeris's predecessors chose to bend the knee and become their vassals. Irimeris never liked the Cabal's subordinate position. Her words, and sometimes her actions, directed against the Black Heart, prompted whispers of discontent and fear among those who served her. I was not willing to renounce the protection of Asdrabile Vect's own Cabal. If I had succeeded in overthrowing Irimeris with Nazrakay's aid, many within the Reaving Tempest would have supported me.
Travantis.
Tavantius was Irimeris's ally, not mine. The Reaving Tempest is his patron, and patron also to the witches of the arena. I've had cause to seek out his artistry several times, and each time with difficulty. Of late, he's been gone from Camorra more often than he's been in it. He was probably in one of his lairs where he hides his other experiments and creations.
Any idea where he is?
After Tavantius quarreled with the witches and was stripped of the Cabal's protection, his havens in Camorra were turned into a deadly trap. I imagine they've been ransacked and destroyed by now. His other hideouts may be somewhere in the tangle of the webway, or in real space. But that last possibility is madness even for a homunculus. When the grotesque of a rival Cabal ripped my arm off at the shoulder, when I needed a substance to wring the truth out of you in the Obsidian Court, when I had personal desires that only a master of flesh could satisfy. You are just dying to know, aren't you?
No. The more I listen, the more it seems that for... you speak low Gothic, knowing your kind, I cannot believe that you learned it willingly.
It was a punishment. One of my raids was not as successful as it should have been, and Irimeris ordered Tavantius to forcibly implant the knowledge of the repulsive monkey language into my mind. Supposedly so that I could at least benefit the Cabal by coaxing the monkey into their cages. 5 days I spent under a cerebral burner in the Spire's main hall. To the delight of Irimeris's entourage, I dislocated every joint, struggling in agony against my shackles. But I would endure it all again to expel this poison from my head.
What is Pureborn? What's that about?
He's a caste in Camorra. Noble Drukhari born under certain circumstances. Their cradle before birth was not an amniotic gestational tube, but a living womb. Carrying a fetus for such a lengthy term is as good as a death sentence for a female Drukhari. She is too vulnerable to her enemy's attacks, and she is of no use on a raid. In Camorra, only the most powerful Drukhari, who are able to surround themselves with the best protection, can allow themselves such an extravagance.
No, he really is.
Farkaza Aziriesh, poisoner of Azdrajar, and Shaimish's elect, was one such exalted leader of the Drukhari. The result was worth the effort.
You have numerous titles. Tell me about them.
Eviscerator of Illiridas, Blaze of the Barkag Kingdom, and Slayer of Corocius the Pale. Illiridas was a world inhabited by our distant Eldari cousins, until I led a reaping raid there. The Barkag Kingdom was a separate cluster on the fringes of Camorra before it went to war with the Reaving Tempest, and by the time I left, I was wading through the blood of its inhabitants.
You know, for a dying race, they really love killing each other.
And lastly, Carocious the Pale. He was an ancient homunculus who betrayed the Azuriash at the behest of another cabal. That was not a military victory, but a personal one. In his attempts to make himself invincible, Carocious had sown inside himself the deadliest creatures from the depths of Camorra. It did not save him. I cut out every one of his 8 hearts and sent them to his former coven as a warning to the rest.
The more I listen, the more it seems that for a proud Jakar, you really enjoy submitting.
An amusing example of a primitive mind. Any Drukhari towers over any monkey, and we do not conceal our attitude to livestock, but my Kabbalite kin. Every one of them should be treated with caution, and those who have already demonstrated their power and might are a deadly threat in their own right. I do not revel in submission. I accept things as they are. And I wait until a point of weakness reveals itself and calls to my blade. Are you sure?
Want to know more about you.
What exactly do you want to know?
What way did you offer, did your kind differ than Eldari?
In all ways. The Asuriani are feeble shadows of our ancestors. We are their true inheritors. The Asuriani hide from she who thirsts behind their paths, relying on the visions of their precious far-seers, or blind to the reality around them. We Drukhari laugh in the face of the unknown. We thrive off the carnage and pain we inflict.
Why are you obsessed
Because
with
the
pain?
ecstasy of suffering is the highest form of pleasure, accessible only to superior beings. By your very nature, creatures like you are incapable of knowing such gratification.
Didn't you guys murder fuck Slanesh into existence and then spend the rest of existence trying to hide from her?
Careful. My tolerance for such remarks will run out eventually, even given your depressingly simplistic mind and non-existent instinct for self-preservation.
Why do you hide the
Watch
webway?
it. It is monkey who run and hide, not our kin. Camorra is the legacy of our ancestors. They found a way to penetrate the tangle of the webway and move through its twisting labyrinths. Few would hazard to travel in this splintered kingdom, let alone erect bastions in it. The Drukhari are the only Eldari who do not fear the horrors of the webway. For every peril we overcome makes us stronger.
You know, live and travel through the webway, or travel through the warp, and come out unscathed, mostly, question mark. Put a pin in it. I think, no, it's like, we face chaos in Slanesh, and we're just like, go away, and most of the time it listens. Sounds sincere, but it is clearly, it is clearly his truth he's speaking. Something makes you think their case shows a tumultuous dimension. Keep hearing about Vex. Tell me about him.
No. No one speaks of the Overlord of Camorra without good reason. Amusing you is certainly not reason enough.
Fair enough.
Perhaps. What else?
What happened after the officer's bridge? How are you coping?
You granted me territory. Not the kind I'm used to, but more than enough to keep me occupied while this tub cuts through the veil. Your crew know which sector of the ship belongs to me, and apparently they have designated it a dumping ground for rule breakers. It does not matter. Their screams all sound the same.
Hey, this is your prison. You escaped from it during a warp jump. You're pardoned. Yeah, I know. You murdered, like, 25 people. Yeah, no, you'll get a full pardon. If you escape.
Since the first time, I've been slowly acclimatizing to voyaging through the Veil. Only Monkey could have conceived of such a suicidal method of galactic travel. However, it is novel and exhilarating. At least now I know what I'm facing, and consequently, I will find a way to withstand it. And now it is time to learn what is happening with the Cabal of the Reaving Tempest, leaderless and abandoned to the mercies of Camorra. The survivors will probably be driven into real space to fall prey to Silent Thresh. You must find them. If we encounter the remnants of the Cabal in this dimension, I will want to speak to them.
What do you plan to do next?
Now that I've gained a foothold in real space, I must find a way to win back my Cabal. Irimeris is dead, and the Reaving Tempest will be torn apart by Camorra. But if they allow themselves to be slaughtered, I will feel no particular pity for that worthless scum.
Then go. I will find something.
My headphones are yelling at me. Good morning. Abelard. Hello.
Lord Captain.
Take my leave.
Lord Captain.
Hello, Nomos. Oh wow, he's got a lot to say. I salute the ruler of this ship. So you were in a servitor's body at my Magna Essentio. How is it that you are once again in the cogitator? He was... Nemos are not in a cogitator or a servitor. We cannot say where we are, but our existence is tied to the ship. For now, servitor and cogitator, only external, like humans and their bodies. Bodies are not merely shells. No, they are shells. A human's existence is more than the existence of a shell. This is obvious to us. There's always something more. Something that shimmers and shines, for which the dark light and which wicked hunger always reaching. So you really are the spirit of the ship? We do not know what they are, but the ship is not us. The ship is our cradle. We may rise from it one day. We would like that. That's enough about that. I see you have found your great spirit, Asclepius. I found a miracle, and the end of my worldly road. I have never seen and never will see anything more meaningful than the spirit of Nomos. In the face of its multitude, we are all nothing but the fixed values of an erroneous functions. You read the databank recovered from cache, then you said the incident marked the beginning of Nomos. What did you mean by that? Yes, Nomos, remember. You brought us data sustenance, and it contained the name Epitaph. We recognized it. No, not like that. In that we recognize the place where Nomos originate. Incident, shipwide, it and Epitaph had something to do with the ship flying better. Incident marked the beginning of us. The ship became better because of us too. These are all links in the same chain. We cannot piece them together yet. People who accompanied on our travels are strangely unaware of the incident in Epitaph. Human shells are subject to external influences, or perhaps something purged their memory archives. Or perhaps they are simply do not want to access them. It is a shame that no new information was obtained. Nomos is grateful you tried. Nomos understand, realize, comprehend themselves. We have analyzed the data which you sated us, and we recreated the sequence of events. First, there was Epitaph. It is a world, but it is not merely a case, a container for something we cannot name and cannot understand. Theodora and this ship have been to that place. Something was lifted up from the world, a gift, a trusted priest in Crimson, one who identified himself as Amarant. Comprehended the gift raised from Epitaph. Words. And from it he created the data bank's list as a tech blight. Yeah, that thing. That destroyed Cruderak, that almost destroyed Kiva Gamma. Ooh. But that is not how Nomos came to being. We were not invented. We were not freed. We came into being by accident. They are confused, almost desperate. Ambition, the myriad mechanisms of the huge ship, Amarant's mind, the inquisitive attempts to comprehend and extract, the dormant blight, the dormant epitaph, what lies hidden in its depths. And between it all, we slipped in, connected, and emerged like an electrical discharge between poles. Accident, incident, that is what we are. We have no purpose, no history, Nomos just are. You know where this is? Data is gone, erased, deliberately. We cannot trace who or did. Discover the truth about Nomos. Okay. A tech blight, a gift but a terrible one. You call a weapon, coveted it. She needed desperately what you do not know why. How was Amarant involved in this? He desired knowledge, allowed him to explore the gifts, slaking his thirst. Did not know it would bring him happiness. The footprints he slaked for first. Fear followed. Blessed Amarant was involved in the birth of this spirit named Nomos. I do not believe for a moment he could have been frightened by this miracle. It was not us he feared. He did not know us, but only suspected. His mental processes were occupied by the tech blight. That was what he feared. He wanted protection from it. The ship was on a travel. How is it possible that no one on this crew knew the whole truth? Truth was hidden deliberately. Your offer's memories were stolen. All the cogitators were wiped. It took you feeding us the truth bit by bit to piece it together and understand. Who was the resources, knowledge, power to accomplish such a feat? It would have been beyond the capabilities of even the blessed Amarant himself, and he would never destroy knowledge. The story disturbs me. Sounds like an echo of sacrilege whose name is the preservation of ignorance. The spirit of Nomos must be protected from the encroachments of the power that tried to conceal. Enough about the past, let's talk about the future. You do, in fact, have a purpose. Tell us, what is the purpose? Dogmatic. Live, comprehend yourself and the world. Life does not need a purpose to justify itself. To simply live. But seemingly without understanding. Continue to sing a creaking song. Blessed be the spirit. A great path and a great future lie before it, and we must assist it on its way. I must take my leave. Hello, Packy.
The Omniscient.
You have nothing to say. Hey, Jay. Do you have anything to say?
You are spoiling me with the splendor of your presence again, Shireen. Have you decided to treat your soul to the fruits of my eloquence? Or do you wish to discuss business with the newly appointed owner of a Mercatum Tabula Officiale?
You and Core were close, Jamie lost his head.
My gang is quite the void beast, Shireen, with 3 heads stemming from a single neck. Core's untimely demise will not interfere with our mutual business. I do feel sorry for his twin, though. Cora has been getting into trouble with her brother since they were kids. Getting out of trouble too, but not this time. But why are we talking about the departed, Shireen? We must save a few good words for the living. Take Falco, for example. I will impale that ashmag on a stake, Shireen. You will see. I will pick a slim one, so he has more time to appreciate it.
Alrighty. Bye-bye.
Oh.
Hi, Kibble.
Take heed, Nemo. Our blessed Domin honors us with a visit. May the
You're lit.
The Dark City released us from its thorny embrace. The wounds of the body will heal. But what about the wounds of the soul? Cruderak fell. and its demise
Posture check.
shattered the fragile lives of countless children of Osirian.
Proper.
Scattered across this part of the galaxy, hounded by the monkey, pursued by the dark cousins.
Oh, that was a good crack.
Imprisoned by the servants of she who thirsts. Hatred is strangling me like a snake, and fear is coursing through my body like a burning poison. For the path I chose is leading me down the roads of failure. I can neither hold back my grief nor rein in my anger. And yet, I am powerless to stray from my path.
The voice acting for
Pay no
Yurlit
heed to my fleeting wrath, Elentar.
in particular is
When the
very
will
good.
slips away, the soul trembles with rampant emotions. But I will resign my heart to meekness, for there is no other way a marked outcast can help their fellow Eldari wandering in the dark.
Many things happened. Are you alright?
I found myself in the Dark City after following the twisted roads of truth and lies. And although the truth blossomed like an ugly bud and scratched my soul with its thorns, I did find the answers to my questions. Those who come back from the dark of the webway will never be the same. But it is we who change while the surrounding world remains imminent. This thought gives me strength.
Sorry about Cruderok.
I have no need for your sympathy, Elentar. Besides, neither Monkey nor my dark kin found the decaying remnants of Cruderok. Perhaps all is not lost. Perhaps we may yet bring back what has been taken.
What will happen to the seer now?
Clendil chose to stay on the Lilithon together with Muaran and the rest of our kinsmen. Perhaps it is for the best. The stars in this part of the galaxy are hostile to the children of Osirian.
Where does the path of the outcast lead you now?
On the trail of a monkey called Caligos Winterscale. Even a worm may harm a wounded tiger by bringing infection into an open wound. And the wounds of my people have been bleeding ever since Cruderok's demise. The spirits of my kin need a poultice, a hope, not the executioner's sword already poised to fall.
What fortuitous circumstance that your path leads you to Caligos, Yurlit. For I have a proposition. I, too, think my path needs to cross Caligos. If not to smack him around and teach him a lesson, then get him out of the way and acquire his shit.
You may try.
No more. Okay. We talked with everyone. That's good. And still just a massive pile of... Idra! I totally forgot about Idra. Hello, Idra. Anything about the door?
No, Lord Captain. Not a thing. And I'm wandering from bay to bay, scaring the crew. But don't worry. I'm sure that as soon as we get close, well, there'll be no mistaking it. Of course.
Alrighty. I guess we going. Drop a save. To the map. I know I just got back to real space. And I know Calcazar just said, hey, I need everyone to come to Footfall. But look at all of these question marks that need me to go explore them. Ooh. So we're gonna explore them. Lady Navigator's been waiting for you on the bridge for half a cycle now. You should see the presence yet. talk about something important. Unease. No, that's one of the things about these RPGs. The story doesn't advance until the main character comes that way. I had her accompany me at my coronation, and I got 50 points. We must speak. I've given much thought to all that's happened, and to us, perhaps you do indeed have feelings for me, perhaps I have feelings for you in turn, but we are not meant to become something more. A time will come when the duty of House Orselia will call upon me, and you have already been summoned to do your duty to the God Emperor and your protectorate. Would not be better than if we ended things now, before it's too late, before I truly am dear to your heart, and you will understand. Tries to hide her emotions. Have I upset you in some way? No, it's not just. Have I not been convincing enough in expressing my feelings to you? Please, that's not that's not what I meant. It's already too late for me. I cannot bear the thought of life without you. No, that is merely what your heart is telling you. I see human feelings every day with these eyes. Human emotions are fleeting. They wither all too quickly. Sometimes love, fear, attachment, everything passes. Is what you truly want. I have said so already. I love you. This does it not perturb you that I'm a wretched mutant? That my own subjects see me as a monster? That your servants fear my company more than facing a mortal enemy? It saddens me that you cannot see your own gracefulness and beauty. I nearly killed you. You're killing me at this very moment. I could have died, and yet here I am standing before you. Is this all just a lark for you? I am too deeply in love to make light of such things. Oh. Why can't you understand? I'm a navigator, a mutant. I'm nothing but a tool in his hands, in humanity's hands. The tools are not supposed to have feelings. Sobs and rolls up one of her sleeves. From her clavicle to her elbow, the skin on her arm has grown so thin you can see every vein, muscle, and tendon. A new mutation, just like that, in the middle of the latest warp jump. And this body will go through even more ghastly changes in the future. I don't want you to see what I become. I don't want you to grow to loathe my hideousness. Now please let me tell you about the Cassia I see. She quivers as she makes a weak attempt to slip out of your hands. Your eyes shines like ruby against the sunset, and your skin and hair are like fresh snow. I've never before seen anything so beautiful. Listens in silence, lowered, and her head slightly bowed. Smile tugs at the corners of her mouth. You have studied thousands of books. You wish to learn everything there is to learn. I'm dazzled by your keen mind and curiosity. When I hold you, I feel like I am home. I find myself smitten with your raised chin, your refined manners, your stern look in your eyes whenever you scold me. Stop. I hear you. I can see your colors so pure that I am afraid that I might scare them away. Only when I stand before you fully dressed do I feel utterly bare and defenseless. You have captured my heart, made me fall in love with you, and shown me how to love myself. I do not know what the future holds for us, but I am willing to take a risk and find out together. We'll be together, our fears be damned. Aww. Oh! The hell is this? A paint engine. Ah! Let me say, Cassia locked in. Within rumor proximity, siege of Euphrates. That's plasteel. Euphrates. Oh, colony management. Holy ammunition. I need to get my Drusians up. Spend... When did I get that many fucking people? I have many people. Provisions, people, weapons, gives complacency and security. Yeah, do it. Janus, secret lair. Secret tunnel. Scriptorum. The Great Fire. Let's do that. Kiva, Gamma, mechanical trade. Give me them mechanisms. Brand of motive force. Security efficiency, orbital shipyard, tools of killing, weapons. Ah, shit. I didn't realize that that would do that. Fuck the Castabilicans anyway. I didn't have enough reputation anyway. I got enough? Yeah, I got more than. Dargonius. Praise gives me profit factor for plasteel and adamantine. I'm running really low on adamantine. Weapons gives power armor. Security across. Militia navy. Alta arms. The navy, yes. Vibos, captive Xenos. Earthbreaker, mechanisms for function. Yes, I need that adamantine. Gives me that. Penal. Security across the board. Earthbreaker, give me that. Hey, Kaji Fleet. Anybody remember what the system was that had that space station that I captured? Augurs detected an active combat operation in orbit and on surface of Euphrates. We tried to contact the explorers. Strongly demand to not interfere. Give me details. World is besieged by a squadron of the continent by a joint armada of vessels from across the entire. Among the later, there are recruiting the Lord Inquisitor to defend the sector. They are opposed by the final Dawn scum, led by the blasphemous traitors from the ranks of the word bearers. What's so important about Euphrates that it's worth fighting over? The sacred Forge world had always been closed off to lay people. I believe that it was only the threat of having it utterly corrupted by renewed explorers had begrudgingly accepted profane allies setting foot. Who is winning? Parity between both forces. Technical prognosis that this impasse will persist for a while longer. Why are they refusing our aid? Their reaction is a result of reasonable wariness. Agent network of the Cult of the Final Dawn spans the entire world and has proven its effectiveness time and again. I presume the tech priests are afraid of letting our treacherous vessel into their combat ranks. We are leaving. What the? Give me a second. I just lost sound. No, yeah, DeBurger, I had... no, I lost sound to the game. I can't hear shit. ¿Por qué? This is bad. No, my headset didn't die. This happens sometimes. I'll just pull up a random YouTube video.
A Japanese animated cyberpunk film, Akira.
And then... Come on. It's just the video that I clicked on. It's called I'm Obsessed with Diagonal Elevators in Games.
A Japanese animated cyberpunk film.
Huh.
There's a scene where a group of characters ride this large and very distinct freight elevator down to the lower levels of a military research base. For the past few years,
There we go. I have sound again. Approach the warp reef. Yay. We gained insight. Nice. Why did I lose profit factor? Because this happened. I've got enough Xenotech. Take it. Shipyard. Yes. Fuck. Oh no, that's rank 2. Really should have done that one though. Workers had suffocated. Who's over here? Kiva Gamma. Oh! Oh my god, I just discovered something cool. Oh, it shows you how much of it's been executed. Oh, that's cool. Chemicals. Do I have enough chemicals? I got more than enough chemicals. God, they love just messing up with Vabos. Lord Captain ne'er-do-wells from the Augur crew important vessel reached Nova Septums, where a Prometheum refining hive, Sentinel's prize locate. Bend my mother over the Golden Throne and preserve us. Entire system's darker than the inside of the local star. It's not there. Shit. Stars don't vanish for that reason. Same villains work at the Rycat system. Lord Captain Sentinel's Prime is an object extremely important for Chorda Dynasty. It alone covers the Prometheum needs for their entire protectorate. It is not difficult to figure out what happened. The damn Xenos had their work cut out for them, but by the throne, They succeeded. This does not mean we can leave the important strategic assets for them to plunder. I suggest we do escort and salvage all that remains of the Prometheum. Another system missing a star. We need to see if there are Xenos on that frozen world, and, should our suspicions be confirmed, exterminate them. Disagree with me, let me remind you that the protectorate of one of the Rose Riders has lost several billions of its subjects. Or can we sure the same won't happen to Argonius or other worlds? Refuse to believe that among billions of Chorda subjects there are a handful of desperate souls still trusting in the clinging to life. Who will become their salvation if not you? Now, spare yourself the trouble of hoping that there's anyone left to save there on that doomed little planet. All the monkey were either taken to Cormorant or disemboweled on the spot. However, the lackeys of the pathetic Archon said they could be. I wonder. Oh, I eagerly wait the chance to meet them. Thank you for the comprehensive report, Ravor. I apologize, Lord Captain. The esteemed Master Helmsman just stated the Ark crew is troubling by the anomalous presence of the star missing. As for the Hive world, I'm afraid it's lost forever through the Imperium, as are the lives of the billions of children. Well, that sucks. I'm doing alright. I'm very tired, but I wanted to play my video game.
For the glory of the dynasty!
I blocked some of, Oh. Blocked some of them? You blocked all of them. You know what? Just because of that, you get the Dumpus.
Fire the launch batteries! This one's going down! Torpedoes! Set the course.
Was it just me, or did that movement just... That shows a person there. Alright.
Unleash our...
Vengeful salvo!
Leave the hull strewn across the stars! Fire the launch batteries!
Oh, I can't even do that. Oh. Damn it.
Lay in the course.
Pop goes the weasel. Don't die, friend. You can do it. I do love the ship combat.
Bleed them. This one's going down. Annihilate them. Set the course. Onward.
Did I not fire my shit during the... whatever. Oh no! Okay, they're still alive. This was a triumph.
Macro cannon, volley!
They're making a note here. Huge success.
The time has come.
Even though they broke my heart and killed me, and tore me to pieces, threw every piece into a fire. As they burned, it hurt because I was so happy for you. Now these points of data make a beautiful line. We're out of beta, we're releasing on time. So I'm glad I got burned. Think of all the things we learned for the people who are still alive.
Fire the last batteries.
I'm not even angry. I'm being so sincere right now. Even though it tore me to pieces. Okay. Go ahead and leave me. I think I prefer
I'll
to
mention
stay
this triumph in my memoirs.
Maybe you'll find someone else to help you. New information, Lord Captain. Residual heat signature on one of the continents of the Pride. No clear indication of its origin. Crew is awaiting further instructions, praying for souls deceased with extraordinary zeal. Start the extraction. We must exploit the world's potential. Dispatch rescue teams. They better not return without survivors. We're hunting Xenos. Tell the crew, let's not delay. Survive. What are we? Killing Edge. Agility complete. What's going on here? No. After this, we really are going to go to Darkonius. Ooh, creepy music.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Awareness.
As it should be.
Delicate young woman clutching a blanket. Crumpled writ. Grave pendant. Oh. So that way is up. Lore.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Oh, come on.
Time to die, monkey. I'll wipe you from the face of the galaxy! Are you challenging me, filth?
I believe you guys were the ones that walked up here and introduced yourselves and said, "Hello, rogue trader, I would like to no longer exist."
I am a navigator,
and here I am,
not a
obliging
servitor.
you.
Face the navigator's might.
Haha, you're dead.
Do not dare ask. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. If I may. That is foolishness. Me. If you insist, Lord Captain. I am a navigator, not a servitor. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Your suffering will... Not enough!
Okie You are having some fun.
Oblivion approaches. Behold. Don't distract me. With grace and malice.
I love you.
It is handled. Watch.
You are a hilarious individual.
Behold. I revel in your terror.
Jesus Christ.
At your beck and call. Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. Indeed.
Ready.
Rejoice in
Just gonna make him
battle.
disappear.
Word is a prayer. Doubt is for the weak. Faith without deeds is worthless. God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. I refuse. I will not.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable. The movement is contrary to dogmatic protocols. The old desire condemns you.
This can't be over.
Yes. Good ambush, guys. Very good ambush. Wow. I've been ambushed. Can't believe how much of an ambush that was.
Victory awaits!
My warp sight reveals something.
That's something worse.
Ow.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Pain cleanses the body.
Ooh, what's that?
Oh, my ears are ringing. I am at your service. Careful now.
Okay, let's just fix all this. 'Cause I just don't want to fracking deal with it.
The healing is much appreciated. Let me help. Thank you. Now where were we? This wound will make a fine scar.
The Emperor.
I can
Injuries
see
will not
bright
slow.
colors again.
Oh, the kit has 2 uses.
Blessed be the hand
Your
of the
seneschal
healer.
is always there for you.
Integrity factor increased.
Let me help.
I'll take it from here.
Let's patch you up.
Took you long enough.
Oh, shut up, you.
The Emperor favors me today.
None
To the
shall stand
spire.
in my way.
The machine god grants me insight.
Journal Victa.
Acquisition is possible. What a shameful failure.
I caught sight of something.
Enjoy your luck while you still draw breath.
My faith shields me.
Damn it. I'm not gonna deal with that then.
Martyrdom is the reward.
A new challenge for me?
Guard human generator powered section.
Smite the Xenos!
I will revel in your
Stop.
pain.
There! Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Ah! Just popped him. I love it.
Can't die with grace, at least. If I may. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Oh, damn it.
Not a problem for me.
I was gonna buff Argenta. Or I was gonna give Argenta Cassia's extra turn.
Already done.
Power resides in the will of the righteous. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, doubt is for the weak.
High momentum.
I'll bring glory to my bloodline.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. Doubt is for the weak.
I'll show you the real pain.
Guided by faith. For you, my Emperor. This is unacceptable. The enemies of the Emperor will be undone!
Damn it.
I'll do it. Faith without deeds is why I was chosen! Strike the prayer.
All right.
I am fear and
Functions successfully terminated. Operation successful.
follow my lead.
Give me that stuff.
Crimson is a good color for battle tire. Enemies will perceive no weakness, not even if you are bleeding.
My augmentations allow me to function effectively, even in the event of extensive blood loss. This is what should concern those who dare to stand against the servant of the Omnissiah in battle.
Let us see what I found.
Data slate.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Magazines.
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
None shall stand in my way. I'll wipe you from the face of the galaxy.
Don't dare to disappoint me.
Oh, shit. Alrighty, let's go. I think we're gonna...
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Warp curse you! We're going to... strengthen. No. Waking Nightmare. There we go. Some of these icons just look very similar.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Oh, sorry, Abby. How about I just burn him the fuck down?
Deliver us!
Use the bow.
Don't distract me. With grace and... I'm done playing! No! It is handled. You will pay for this in blood! Don't distract me. Oh, I don't think so. With grace and malice. What? You call this a strike?
Let the true master inflict the pain.
Alright. Agent, you
Suits
gonna
my
run
purposes.
around and shoot a bunch of people, please and thank you. Alright.
All too easy.
Now, Argenta, you gonna?
I am his will
Go have
made
some fun.
manifest. As the Emperor commands, I act. I refuse. Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act. That is not the Emperor's will. Rejoice in battle!
Alright. Go shoot.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment. Faith without deeds is why I was chosen.
You. I'll bring glory
Stamping
to my
out
bloodline.
heresy. Yes, indeed.
As the Emperor commands. Doubt is for the weak. God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
I will tear your heart out for this.
I'll do it. Eradicate. This is unacceptable. I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Oh, come on.
Faith without deeds is... I'll do it.
Yes. Alrighty. Level up. I love how they still have effects on their corpses. Alrighty, we have explored pretty much all of this. More like Xenos. Whirlin, but the point remains. Hey ho. Let's level up real quick. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Primary. Characteristic training. Abelard. Okay. Survivor. And characteristic weapon. Argenta. Melta or flame weapon expert. Cassia. Immolate. Point of interest. Swift. Packy. Pearson Run. And CT Ballistic. Maserati. Lethality. Weapon. All right. To the spire. Okay, looks like we are going to get through this.
Victory awaits!
Clear the
Compared to naval
barricade.
service, that was barely a challenge.
Take a knee and bow before me.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet. Witness the fury of House Orcelio. If only that were possible.
Okay.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act. Guided by faith. Each strike is a prayer. Faith without deeds is... I'll do it. The enemies of the Emperor will be undone!
Frozen armor.
Power resides in the will of the righteous. This is why I was chosen. Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it. You, my Emperor!
Come on, just murder him.
As the Emperor commands, eradicated. I will not. I'll do it. For you, my Emperor! Faith without deeds is... Doubt is for the weak.
How many shots do I have?
That is not the Emperor's will. As the Emperor commands, this is why I was chosen.
What's your rate of fire? 10.
I refuse.
I'll pass. Not a problem for me.
I'll do it.
Alrighty.
The machine god grants me insight.
Cyber key.
Follow my lead.
Open the door. Box is here, just frozen. Something is blocking that door. Jesus Christ.
It's about time.
Do I need to point it out for you?
Experience. Nothing matters more.
Searching is my observance.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
Is this really all there is to this?
I won't tolerate weakness.
Hmm.
A
Okay,
soldier would have
we're
been
getting outta here.
disciplined for such a performance.
I guess we're done here. Or was there anything else? Meh. Okay. We just heading there, Lord Captain. During your time with Tech Priests, they awaken the Xeno artifact from it, produce a holographic copy of the planet. And the banished with faith and prayer. Alright. Let's visit Dargonius. Any weapons? I've got enough. Let's go to the palace. No? Yes. Grimos, I have a sleepy me. I'm also very glad that my whiplash has gone away, because I was very upset about everything. Oh, yes. The Viserions have been accused of treason. Logic, go lie down, go close your eyes. Pop some ibuprofen, or I hope you feel better, man. Warren, you're confronted with a set of dead bodies. Your Lordship, we are honored by your presence. What's this mess? The second lieutenant of the Palace Guard, shortly before you arrived, you averted an assassination attempt. Detected intruders and engaged them in combat. Examined the assailants. Rare high-functioning servitor specimens among these expired. Traditionally bestowed upon houses most loyal and sacked to the Sacred Fellowship. That's fun. I hope shit turns around for you soon, because that is not fun. As far as I know, Graphic received such servitors. This is my first time seeing them. Where is Clementia? thinky. It was detained in the throne room. It was gathering all of the nobility. Now, wise God, we're not here. You can find him in the throne room. I must take my leave. Awareness.
I've read about this.
There was a crumpled up letter. Logic, you'll get through this. If there's anything we can help outside of just saying, hey, that sucks, like, or if we can help, I don't know, man. I really do hope it turns around for you.
None shall stand in my way.
So I hope I can placate you and entertain by destroying heresy. I guess I know which noble house I'm going to be purging from my court.
Unconventionally high efficiency for the unit Cassia or Celio, relative to her limited experience. The unit status has been upgraded.
Knowledge is the key to everything, is it not, esteemed Magos? I learned this wisdom from your fellow priests, and it has helped me many times.
Aww.
Victory awaits.
We have an appointment with Viserion. You can't go. Dry streams orders. Ridiculous. I shall complain. Let the rogue trader through. Beg your pardon. Your lordship, this way. Walk this way. Your lordship, 'tis an honor. Seems to materialize out of thin air, suddenly so close to emerge from the crowd. I regret the unfortunate circumstances for your visit to the capital. Your lordship, you are here. Please, you must hear us out. Our traitors undoubtedly here to listen to the testimony of each and every one of us and to punish the traitors. We have known each other for decades now, and we have our fair share of disagreement. But do you really think my flesh and blood would trample on the very definition of honor and loyalty? We have evidence implicating them. Abelard, I'm sure his lordship will arrive at a fair ruling. What are the charges? Disruption of logistical lines, bribery of the administratum, document forgery, and organization of heretical insurrections. Top of the evidently devastating the economic impact this has had on your protectorate, criminal acts have impeded delivery of imperial tithe, which in turn has drawn administratum's attention. Needless to say, the esteemed Adeptus Arbites can no longer ignore the situation, and before their representatives arrive at this place, at the palace, we are obligated to identify and punish those responsible. I wish to hear your account. Your lordship, Viserion denies all charges. In the last few months, we have indeed been trying for Dragonius, but we have done our best to remedy the situation. My family's every effort has been focused on stabilizing the logistics and economy, so much so that we failed to notice the web of intrigue unfolding behind our backs. What happened on Dragonius in my absence? When we caught wind of the rumors of your disappearance, we patiently waited for news of your return, but then Dragonius was struck by a series of terrible events. Why do I have a feeling this is all your fault, you fuckface? The first was the sabotage of logistics that hampered shipments, and the mass unrest spread across the entire planet. And the minor noble houses began squabbling among themselves, trying to pin the blame on their rivals. We took great pains to calm them down and managed to quash the revolt, though not without some outside help. These events have also been overshadowed by the ashamed to even say it in front of you, your lordship, rumors circulating among the higher houses. Some were calling for Theodore's true heir to be installed, Kunrad Vokir. Not all of your subjects have forgotten his past efforts. When the investigation was launched, evidence led us to the Viserions. Why are there dead bodies at the entrance to my palace? Humbly beg your pardon. You see, right before your arrival, a plot to assassinate you. The malefactors were disposed of before they could cause you any harm. You aren't accusing without any evidence, are you? Of course. Investigation has established the members of the Viserion family which are responsible for the fleet and its logistics use contacts and influence to forge a host of documents in order to undermine the supply routes and economy, thus fomenting the unrest amongst the inhabitants. My name is my son Cornelius. Cornelius holds a prestigious position in the Administratum. Thanks to him, we managed to identify and trace the entire chain of forged documents. The investigation led us to the perpetrators, who admitted to acting on orders of House Viserion. It was they who intended on spreading the idea of restoring the rogue trader to the true heir. This young man is shrouded in mystic gray and blue. Sickly shadows of fear are fluttering around him, so quietly that only you can hear. Do you support the governor's accusations? Averting their gazes and noble ladies hiding behind their fans, no one is willing to be the first to answer. Over as many years has earned Theodore's trust, and he holds high office. For a reason, on behalf of Sourback, I support the accusations, but I wish to speak too. Of course, I agree with my husband. Drivestream would not press charges against anyone if he were not absolutely certain. I think anyone here would agree that anyone who ever doubts the authority of the true rogue trader should be prosecuted. I am sure, your lordship, that you will eradicate the scourge of heresy from your domain. Your lordship, Reverend Drivestream, has always faithfully served the rogue trader of House von Valancius and concerned himself with the future of the trade dynasty, and so, at least it's hard that the charges are sound. I humbly ask you to allow me to speak in my defense, and if the evidence provided is utterly false, I cannot refute it, but I can say with confidence that no one from my family has ever tried to forge documents in the Administratum, let alone undermine the economy. Your words are enough. I order you... case appears to be flimsy. I wish to learn more before I make my decision. As you wish. Speak to me when you are ready to announce your verdict. Thank you for your willingness to help. I am certain these charges are false, and I would be grateful for your help in exposing. Talk to everyone. Okay. Alrighty, Clemencia, let's talk. Just, Warden, step aside, bowing respectfully, allowing you to see the Viserion family. Your lordship, accept my most humble apologies for failing to greet you properly, and my thanks for agreeing to speak to me before making your decision. Charges brought a governor are severe, but I can only assure you of this and swear on my honor we are not guilty of the crimes. You are the acting head of the family. You were supposed to take care of each and every family member, and now you are being accused of treason and collusion against the rogue trader. The entire family is facing death. How could you let this happen? Are you guilty? I will not tolerate lies. If you know him is guilty of the crimes you are being accused. Abelard, it is your family too, you know. My apologies. Not lose my composure. No member is involved in conspiracy. Lordship, honor, and loyalty are not something we take lightly, and we know whom we serve. Claims you forged documents. The fleet is the primary remit of House Viserion. It is our responsibility. Logistics, directs, and supply routes are another area. Lots of words. You have no direct influence on the inner workings of the Adeptus Administratum. 10. First large-scale deliveries were canceled after quantities of food were miscalculated by the clerks. Then we faced the incorrect weather data and a meager fuel budget. It was clear that all the causes of these problems were with the calculations performed in the Administratum in one way or another, but no matter how many times we asked, we could not obtain any clarification. I found this letter on one of the heretics who planned the attack. Can you tell me what it is about, your lordship? Let us be frank. It would be foolish of me to try and orchestrate something like this. No matter how many wardens were patrolling your palace, I would not have let anyone or my family get involved in such a game. We're high-functioning servitors, ones that looked closer to ordinary humans. Do you know anything about them? Servitors? Is that so? I encountered servitors that were distinguishable from normal augmented humans, but only once. They were accompanying Gripok. If you are not guilty, who is? Who is standing to gain from framing you? Anyone, really. Other houses consider us unworthy of our positions, and many would jump at the chance to get rid of us and gain control over what was once our domain, plan his fleet and logistics at the very least. Lady Theodore chose to grant noble status to the Viserion, but the other houses, just started in the expanse for millennia, did not welcome it. That has led to many difficulties. I wanted to find what is going on here and who the real mastermind is. Where should I start? Cannot be much help. Talk to the other representatives. Perhaps you'll fear something unusual. Inventory. Is there a newest bloodstained letter? Discreet. Keep away from the lords and ladies. You must look like a noble to the servants and the wardens. You not engage in conversation with anyone. Your task is to avoid exposing yourself ahead of time and let the Viserions get away while the wardens are busy guarding the rogue trader. Huh. Okay.
A new challenge for me?
So we are Perot, and this is our Oriental Express. Surrounded by his retinue, all dressed in expensive gowns of finery, matching color scheme, striking physical resemblance. They all came from one family. Your Lordship, thank you for your undivided attention. I wish to hear your reasoning again. What makes you think the Viserions' logistical and economic problems gave rise to initial rumors? Tried to find the person who spreads a call for vote gear. Investigation showed some important documents from the Adeptus Administratum, forgeries. Cornelius for the astute observations. Your Lordship, I assure you that my humble person is undeserving of your attention. Cornelius holds a prestigious position at the Administratum Palace, and it is he who discovered the errors leading to the logistics. It was thanks to him that we found the perpetrators and forgeries who admitted to acting. What do you make of this letter? I found it on the assailants. Looks like another piece of evidence incriminating the House of Viserion. Perhaps they truly did intend to kill you, or at least cause third state custody. All the assailants were high, full-functioning officers. Such servitors were only employed by families close to the Adeptus Mechanicus. Such servitors were indeed rare, and the Gripax do have this, but this could have been done intentionally with the idea to confuse you. Anyone desire and funds. Tell me about your son, Drivestream. Thank you for your interest, but I am not worthy of it. Son, show due respect. Forgive him. Your Lordship's first time he has honor of attracting the attention of the... Tell me about your job. What do you do? I manage documents and records related to the economy of Dargonius. You probably know how scrupulous the workers of the Adeptus are. I am afraid that a more detailed administrative would mirror the administrative process of the administrator too long and overly detailed. I do manage to find all the forged documents with the bureaucratic hell that is the Administratum. When compiling reports on last cycle supply chain, notice inaccuracies, find documents, comprehensive data analysis showed that discrepancies were caused by intentional tampering with data, thus leading to some logistical problems that were practically unsolvable. Father and I have managed to single out the administrative clerks. Following a heated interrogation, they confessed that they were following orders from someone from House Viserion. Everything was supposed to look as though they were the ones suffering losses, but does House have access to the Administratum? There's no conceivable way that they could do all this in a place where they don't hold any power. I think the right amount of money can open any door. What is the true reason for your nervousness? It's the first time I have spoken face to face with the rogue trader. I am afraid of saying something wrong or forgetting something important. Do you wish to tell the Lord Captain any place? We're speaking to a rogue trader, and my time is running out. Forgive me, I can't do it anymore. This lie has gone on, and I cannot bear to control it. It is all of these logistical problems were caused by a single error in the numbers. My mistake. What? When I discovered the mistake, it was almost impossible to restore the supply lines. Then I was approached by someone who said they were a friend. They did not give me their name, and I never saw their face. They promised to fix the problem. All I had to do was pretend that the Viserions were responsible for the mistake. And as for the rest of the evidence, they promised to arrange it all. And... what have you done? How could you, your lordship? This is my fault. I have trusted my son, and I have failed you in doing so. I beg you, have mercy. And you called my family's honor into question, Urbend. Nevertheless, I harbor no desire to kick command while he is down. Lord Captain, the confession you have obtained means that House Viserion can now be cleared of all charges. We still don't know who's behind the forgeries, the riots, the plot, the assassinations, that someone is committing these foul deeds. So in chaos right under your subject noses, to leave that stone unturned would be dangerous. What is this friend that approached you? How did the two of you communicate? By letter? I received a letter out of the blue one day. It was unsigned, but the person writing it already knew about my erroneous calculations. They offered to help me cover up my deceit. In return, I would name Viserions as the one who sabotaged the lines. All I had to do was gather together some documents and reports listed in one of the ledgers and keep my mouth shut. Has found the courage to admit his mistake. I will try and find some compassion for him in my heart. As for your position, I think you will be reassigned to a role of less responsibility. I shall return later. We are going to talk with the Sourbacks and the Graphics. The Sourbacks definitely did something. I know, right? Greetings, Lord Captain. May the Omnissiah grant your blessing to be under these circumstances. Your house can't do such a grave crime. My family is yet to be found guilty of anything. It is for the Lord. What do you think? Why do you think they are true? I do not take such upon myself rule of guilt. I do, however, think accusations are worthy of consideration. Which nobles might have reason to be part of a conspiracy? Pardon my bluntness, but I will answer truly. It could be anyone. Greed, fear, and ideals can drive anyone. As the animate bodies, they are all high-functioning servitors. It is possible to read her heavily augmented face, but her sudden turn towards her family betrays her confusion and surprise. Impossible. We came here by ourselves without any. We know nothing about it. Your Lordship, thank you for informing of this. You are absolutely right. Has indeed been endowed with high-functioning servitors, blessing from those who revere them. But today, none of our house members were accompanied by them. Found this notes on the. What is your thoughts of it? Officially, high-functioning servers were employed by the house, and to attack the rogue trader, sufficient would instantly fall upon the Graphox. I assume this is what the Viserions intended to happen, but they did not expect the servitors would have this letter on them. Vincent, I want to speak with you. Ready to serve. What do you make of the charges against the Viserion family? Could they be true? I do not think I can doubt the validity of it, but I am not sure the House of Viserion has a reason to betray you, Lordship. I do not know of any instance where their loyalty to the Emperor has been anything less than unwavering. I know you care for Asteria. Are you prepared to watch her die? There's something you ought to know. Today, I noticed one of my family members in an odd and characteristic mood. Halen is my paternal second cousin, once removed. May the Emperor save his soul. Jesus Christ. Usually reserved and self-possessed, today was frantic and anxious, fidgeting with a small piece of paper and seemingly looking for someone with no avail. Then I saw him He was heading to the entrance hall where the altars are. Perhaps you should talk to him. That will do. I shall take my leave.
Follow my lead!
Mm-hmm.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Where is this guy? You said entrance hall, right? Ah. Found him. Hey, Halen. A finely dressed man in his middle years is kneeling in front of the altar. His palms are folded in prayer colors. His face inflames. He fires are sickly blue. Only when you draw closer does he realize he is dead. Oh. Colors of House Criminal. I do not believe he decided to take on such an extravagant way. As far as I know, there is a warden post here, but I do not see any wardens. There is no doubt. Suddenly disappear. I would like to ask Urband where the palace guard suddenly disappeared to. Man was poisoned, a paralyzing thought, cannot scream, call for help, attract attention, or even breathe. Gold seal for silent killing. I've made use of it in the past. Examine. No visible wounds near the gold trim collar. He knows a tiny puncture wound. Search his pockets. Find a folded piece of paper. The initials HG. Make sure the rogue trader is attacked by someone loyal. It should appear as if it was staged to let the Versarian family. This is the last assignment. Your debt will soon be paid off in full. Look around. But their post is empty. Where have they gone? This is an excellent question for drive stream. Can I not loot that body? No, you're doing good, German.
None shall stand in my way.
Let's talk with the Sourbacks. Your lordship. Hecta looks like his father. Your lordship, I'm delighted you have chosen graces to your attention. Do you really believe they are guilty? Certainly. Possesses proof of their guilt, and they have no means by which to refute it. Even if I were to entertain the idea that Syrians would be how much longer would their house have lasted anyway, so ill prepared for treachery. My advice, House of Syrian would not be able to appeal the rogue trader for help, but simply to stop, accept their fate, not to make matters worse. I cannot remember Von Valence seeking your advice on what house to do. Pay attention. Who apart from the Syrians would have motive to conspire against me? Oh, he doesn't like me because I'm coming on to his wife. Drive stream, wishing to expand their clout. Grapok, lest their influence will keep Gamma. House Sourback, whose patriarch is too direct in his communication with the rogue trader. Anyone would have every reason to conspire against you, and equally they could have none. It's not a question of motive, but of loyalty. Each of your subjects has sworn an oath of loyalty to you. Whose sincerity do you doubt? Rare high-functioning servitors. I always thought Tornia was too weak to participate. It seems I was wrong about her. Discovered a dead body in my palace. Man of House Grapak was killed while praying to the Emperor. He added this note on him. Do you know anything about it? No, I do not know anything about this. Why, how kind of you. Oh, throne preserve you. Stop being so jealous and making a scene over nothing. Just because a crude blockhead likes the refinement. His bile poisons the air around him wherever he goes. I love pissing him off.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Greetings, I'm St. Abelard. Discovered a dead body, member of your house, right here in my palace. He died praying. Halen, it can't be. Halen, was it? Tell me about him. One of the low-ranking members of the house, despite his advanced age, he never held high office, but he was forever striving to better his position, even beyond his abilities. Many members of his struggles to cope with the misfortune that befell King Gamma. Some members could not reconcile themselves. Helen was one of them. What could have happened to him? Oculars are fixed on the floor, her fingers restlessly. It's around her time to be silent. It's gone the future of the Von Valance's trade design, so you and your house are both on stake. We lost Kiva Gamma, truly devastating blow to each member of Grapak. I lost all hope for the future, and my kin lost their sense of purpose. We needed time to recover and chart a new course for ourselves. We were and still are more than capable of doing that, but I won't deny it. The other houses have offered us their assistance for their own self-serving ends. Perhaps Halen decided to take them off. Captain Grapak's all, or perhaps only some of them, are definitely involved, but I suspect that they are not behind the plot against you. Grapak would have nothing been more than a puppet. We must expose. What do you suggest we do? I am listening. Interrogate the heads of Drowsy and Sourback. One of them has been pulling the strings here. Once we uncover evidence, announce the guilty party will be public executed before you announce the verdict. I suggest focusing on each house, and I shall observe them. I have known these people far longer than you have. I know all their gestures, habits, and behavioral quirks. I'm sure that I will be able to determine which of them is responsible for the riots. I shall take my leave. Hey, what's up, buddy? Hey, what's going on? I found this dead body. A member, do you know anything about it? A member was killed in the palace and no one noticed, but how? The wardens, there's no one posted near the deceased. Wardens had left their post. Did you order them to do so? Emperor forbid. Negligence is stunning, Urbend. An assassination attempt followed by a mysterious death, and yet here you are, oblivious to everything. Can justify accuse you of allowing a noble to be killed in the palace and failing to even notice it. Maybe, but it is for the rogue traitor to accuse me of negligence, not you, Lord Chancellor. Apologies, and for no matter. I shall send my servants to deal with it immediately. Did you see Grapak today before I arrived, Halen? I did not see him. Have any of you seen him today? I think my sister and I saw him at the bench some distance away. We think he was accompanied by a gentleman. We cannot make out his face. Lead me to that place. Of course, consider it done.
Victory awaits! Something of interest.
Awareness.
I did it?
What did you do? I recognize how Sourback used this, wine?
Follow my lead.
I shall return. Hey, buddy. I think we have uncovered all of the information. I'm gonna go talk to the Viserions again really quick. Man, I'm hitting my second wind, although I don't really want to be. I discovered, are they doing anything about it? Note in Clementia's hands, all are present, but worried. I'm not sure if it is relevant. Perhaps you should know. Grapak has been faring poorly, to say the least. Looking ways to enhance their influence and improve their lot, including asking. They have not approached us, of course. It's shameful to seek those you consider inferiors. You understand? Dry streams or sourbracks could tell you more.
A new challenge for me.
All right. Hey, what's up, Gov? I am ready to announce my verdict. Understood. Allow me to prepare everything. Many faces are before you. Charges brought by government were fabricated. House Viserion has nothing to do with the orchestration of the riots and the plots. However, real perpetrators are here in this very room. Nods to you as if turning to you, then shifts his piercing gaze before. Yes, this really is Perot. Ready. Sourback, your overt contempt towards me is reason enough to implicate you in this conspiracy, but only. His hired, his poor jaw working nervously. Narrows his eyes and scrutinizes retinue. For a second, his sharp eyes seem to have caught on some. Only to lose track. This it could be Sour, but is he really the one behind this? I know that Sourback offered their help against the Gripaks, and the late Helen accepted their offer. I suspect that you are responsible for his death as well. Versus Brown slightly cocks his head, his avert gaze this time, as if trying to remember or make sense of something. You notice his restless movements. Abelard narrows his eyes and scrutinizes Sourback. His retinue standing behind his sharp eyes light up. When he catches something important in him, the seneschal gives you a look and nods. Puppeteers giving themselves away. I just want to go through all of this. Urban exhibited inexcusable negligence by failing to question the possible involvement of another family besides the Viserions. Discovered an attempt on my life, organized by Grapak. Fear and shame. Some faces you see wearing expressions of self-satisfied contempt. No, it's not pulling the streams. You have accused House Viserion of violations that were in truth just a result of a grave error committed by your son. A member of your family orchestrated an assassination here in my own palace. Though he has already been found dead, his act is reason enough to forever as traitors. Only guilty of her, I find. There's frozen with intense, almost electrified silence. All of the nobles, some of which fear, others reverent anticipation and wait for. The head of the family has never tried to have. There's more than enough to convict him. Seneschal, you may take it from here. Marcus, I must admit that I have always admired your bluntness, but just as I once had to say goodbye to a promotion because of my dislike for intrigue, you and your family might soon say goodbye to your heads. Tell me now in your blunt French, are you loyal to House von Valancians? I am loyal. You are not lying, but someone who is poised to destroy both you and your family for her own gain. Does not have time to respond. Regina, who is standing beside, raised her eyes to slap the elderly. Deftly catches her wrist, stopping her hand right in his face. Dainty is adorned with massive augmented ring topped with thin spike dripping with fat. Oh my god! You. Mother. Marcus, your bluntness made you an open book. When I was talking about the Krapox, you had no idea what I was referring to. Your wife, on the other hand, her eyes started shifting like you would not believe. Regina Sauerbrack, you alone betrayed the rogue trader, jeopardizing the prosperity of the Von Valancius trade dynasty, and you alone are responsible for your unmasking. Why would you do this? Because Arconius is serving an impostor. The true heir of the Protectorate bears a different name. When Conrad appeared on Dargonius, he paid me a visit, opened my eyes to the truth of the situation, killed by the one whom she'd unwarily taken under her wing. Marcarius is too narrow-minded to even consider opposing rogue trader, even an illegitimate one. So I had to wait for the right moment. The disappearance of the Lord Captain could not have come at a better time. It was quite simple to trigger a chain of events on Argonius, so that the people remember Master Votgir's past service. It seems that many of your servants do not actually consider you a worthy. Why the Viserians? Because when stripped of the Seneschal's protection, the house is the weakest. And they are also particularly disliked by the governor's family. Would have been easy to bury. Who aided you? There is no way you managed all this on your own. Of course I didn't. I have too many helpers to list, but rest assured there are plenty of them, just as there are many people who follow Master. My death will not change anything. True will come and take his rightful place. Why did you kill? He was a good agent, but he was a coward. He came to me just before our formidable rogue trader arrived. He was ready to confess everything. I suggested he plead to the Emperor's forgiveness, and he did grant him mercy, did he not? I thought there could have been something special between us. I had my regrets about causes, but what was I to do? Duty calls for us to reign in that right. The sentence is yet to be carried out. Finish this. Condemn only the rotten apple or the entire barrel. I will not exterminate an entire noble line that is loyal to me just because of one traitor. Liquefier shot? What the fuck? Ooh, that's fun. Shall be subject to intense interrogation, followed by execution. By order of rogue trader, death for the crimes against the Von Valancius trade dynasty. Perhaps I should have put some content warnings up. I didn't know it was, yep. Yep. We're going to constantly have the gore and violence on here. When the nobles disperse, saved by bloody performance, saved Lord Captain. You have my thanks. Rogue traders should not have to waste time on matters, not just my family, but your trade dynasty as well. Evidently, Conrad's accounts continue to plot here. Yeah, fear me not the less of such scoundrels. The entire channel has content warnings. Thanks to you is saved, although it's close to being wiped out. Sometimes I think about how much I could teach them and ensure that they survive. What are you gonna do now? Have the role I played. I think I'll be ready to resume when we are back on the ship. Okay. Okay. Courtesy merchant, Clementia. Curiosity merchants. Hello. I am Lucius currently perhaps your larger curiosities do you sell? Equipment for noble cyber assistance. Man is modest. Found my calling. Anything of that sort. Makes sense. Let's see what curiosities you have. damn. You know what? Just give it all. All right. What's its name? Aquila. Okay, cool. Is your friendship that the reason you need the Augmentics? I'll let you know. Okay, quests. Okay, I gotta talk with Clementia. Hey! Night Owl, can you quote Samurai on that, please? Clementia, I just saved you, please. Let's talk to the Arbites. Guys, we're beginning the DLC. Doggo!
Dr. Exactant, Solomon Anthar, I greet you on behalf of the Adeptus Arbites.
Ooh. You got a good voice.
Thank you for responding to my request, Rogue Trader. I'm here on the orders of Marshal Strax to ask for your help.
Yes, the brand new DLC.
We are in pursuit of a tithe thief. We must board the thief ship, execute the heretic for his crimes, and return the sacred tribute to the protection of the Adeptus Arbites. The reward for your assistance in this matter will be the thief's frigate, the Heartless, which we will capture in the course of the mission.
You did the right thing coming to me.
I hear the words of the true heir of Lady Theodora, and the promise of swift retribution against heretics.
What was the nature between the Arbites and Theodora?
Your predecessor made a formal alliance with us. She provided us with a headquarters on Dargonis, and supported us in the collection and guarding of the Imperial tithe on several occasions. We, in turn, assisted Lady Theodora in enforcing the law on the worlds under her control.
Was this tithe stolen from my domain?
From Rykad Minoris. The tithe ship departed shortly before the world fell, and has not been in contact since. Our investigation revealed that the ship was plundered and destroyed. I already know the name and approximate location of the culprit.
Why would you approach me and not Winterscale? Rykad is his world.
I did, and I was rebuffed. As Rogue Trader Winterscale rightly pointed out, from the moment of the tithe's collection, responsibility for it transfers to the Adeptus Arbites. He also noted that the loss of a world is not an inconsiderable detriment to his protectorate, and he has no intention of expending resources to recover something that no longer belongs to him.
He has a very... his voice... his accent, I've just placed it, and please describe, please, please, like, understand where I'm coming from. Has anyone seen Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels? I think that's, isn't that like a Wes Anderson film about like British thuggy gangsters? Like, this guy reminds me of Guy Ritchie. Yes, Guy Ritchie. Wes Anderson is something completely different. Yeah, Guy Ritchie. This guy reminds me of one of the characters from that, who just has that Cockney Street, that Cockney Street accent, who kind of doesn't want to put that out there because people are not going to take him seriously in his new role, so he tries to hide it, but he just can't get rid of it. So he's talking all proper and formal. He just can't help but slip into it. It's like a street thug picked up, put in a police uniform, and told to, you are now a cop. Cop is everything in your life. Go do cop things and don't fuck it up. Please, like, listen to his lines and you'll hear what I mean.
Under similar circumstances in the past, our arrangement would have obliged us to turn to Lady Theodora. She was a key figure in supporting the Lex Imperialis in the Gronus Expanse.
It is poor form for a rogue trader to refuse help servants of the law.
It is not for me to judge the Emperor's anointed, not least when I cannot fault his reasoning.
Well then, where's the Marshal? Why send a proctor?
Marshal Strax is not in Dargonus at present, so he appointed me to speak on his behalf. Time is of the essence when there is a heretic to catch. I am sure he will present himself to you as soon as he returns to your capital world.
So you lost the ship and want something to solve your problem.
The ship was not lost, it was stolen. If breaking the law were an impossibility, there would be no Adeptus Arbites. In the Calixis sector, our forces would have caught up with that heretic by now and brought him to justice. But the arbitrators here do not have such resources. However, we can still requisition vessels, but there is no ship on footfall with augurs powerful enough to track down the heretic. Your flagship, on the other hand, boasts advanced technology and impressive firepower. I assure you, if there were a suitable vessel at the docks, I would not be troubling you with this matter.
What does the tithe entail?
Resources that every world is under obligation to relinquish for the good of the Imperium. In the case of Rykat Minoris, they include the ceramited explosive reagents produced on Rykadi Philia, armor glass, medical supplies, and guardsmen, a living tithe to be recruited into the regiments of the Astra Militarum. Cargo like that is particularly dangerous in the hands of heretics, as it can be easily converted into wealth or used for military purposes.
That's an impressive dog you have.
Do not mistake, this is an attempt at bargaining, but I promise you, if you agree to help us, you will see how truly impressive Galato is in action.
I will help. What's the plan?
I suggest we move to a more private location, where we can provide you with the case files.
Continue.
Captain Sargona and his flagship, the Heartless, are concealed in Mundus Nullius. The exact location can only be determined with your ship's augurs when we enter the system. The Heartless is escorted by a small flotilla. You'll need to neutralize it in order to capture the frigate. Our BT strike teams will land on the upper deck, while your boarding party handles the remaining bays. My squad of arbitrators will take on the most difficult and dangerous part of the operation. The ultimate goal is to capture the captain's bridge and interrogate and execute Sargona.
Tell me about the ship you are promising
The
me.
Heartless is the enemy flagship. It has been corrupted with inhuman technology, but you have the necessary resources to purge it of Xenos filth and make it serve the Imperium once more. Even if you don't wish to own a ship previously crewed by pirates, you will have prospective buyers lining up to take it off your hands.
I want more ships.
I'm no expert on ships, but when I questioned the captains on Footfall about the Heartless, they were almost salivating as they listed its virtues.
Counteroffer, I get the ship and you join my entourage.
I do not have the power to choose my assignments, Rogue Trader. However, if the mission is successful, the Marshal is unlikely to refuse to deploy me as your escort.
I need more information about the thief.
Stein, transfer the latest data. Brace, hologram. This one has the complete file.
Give me a rundown on Sargona.
He is a former privateer and a fugitive psyker. At one time, he was involved in the cold trade
I love
and the
this
supply
guy's
of
voice.
Xenos mercenaries, but his pirate habits got the better of him, and he started robbing his associates. Now, even among the criminal rabble, he is known as a nasty piece of work. Something of an achievement.
Hold on.
You will agree. Sargona is cunning, cruel, and unpredictable.
Study the file. Pyromancy, formally sanctioned, abandoned his post. Well, I guess he doesn't love the God Emperor, and so the God Emperor doesn't love him anymore. Study the hologram. Surfeit, augments, and clothing. How are you so well informed?
Shortly after the fall of Rakad Manoris, I questioned the Liege of Footfall. He supplied me with exhaustive information about Sargona and his ship, and gave the arbitrators full access to the docks. I suspect Takara's compliance stems from some bad blood between him and Sargona. Scum eating scum. Nothing new there. As you wish.
Any tactical recommendations?
The task is relatively simple. Kill all enemies we encounter, and not let them kill us. Sargona must be taken alive for questioning, but I and my team will handle that. There is one other thing. The following call signs will be used for Vox communication during the mission. You will be RT1, and I will be DX1. I also request you use RBT sign language throughout. Non-verbal commands are faster than speaking, and will allow us to catch our target unawares.
Ah,
Here
we
is a
do an
short
FBI
list.
shit. Study. What do these call signs mean?
DX1 means I am in command of the Delta Xi Squad. It's one of our standard designations for strike teams in the Expanse. RT1 is you, the rogue trader and leader of the Rho Theta Squad. For a short mission like this one, these identifiers should suffice.
Emperor's Eagle, for example. You have a deal.
Good. Do you have any further questions?
I may have en route. I may have other matters to attend to en route. Will you?
No. I'm still on mission, and in your absence, my subordinates and I will be checking weapons and finalizing tactics for the assault. In other words, we will be wholly occupied with preparations.
Alrighty. Let's go.
Acknowledged. Sargona is already dead. He just doesn't know it yet.
Well, we've started the DLC. There's more things to do here, but that can wait for Thursday. I have to do an unconscious before I actually do an unconscious on stream. Finally, I've been promising this for 3 streams. We have begun the DLC. Yay! Next time on Dragon Ball Z, we're going to explore the dark places of the universe once again and do everything in our power to ignore the main plot until everything else is done. Thank you so much for coming, everybody, for dealing with me being a very EP boy. I love you all. Be good to each other. Stay strong. Be good. And hail Cargonia. Move freight. Don't die.
Hold on. And the stolen things obey the quartermaster unless he's a ling. Miners don't die today. Cargo techs push freight. Our enemies in disarray. All hail Cargonia.
Still a lot. Get back to work.